What's going on YouTube? JT Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Night Terrors Ravager issue number 1. This one is written by Ed Brisson with art by Dexter Scoy, and this is a Rose Wilson focused storyline, and it's written by Ed Brisson, who did a really good job with his arc in Deathstroke Incorporated. I initially didn't really like, when I was reviewing all of Deathstroke Incorporated, I initially was just like, oh, another Deathstroke Year 1 thing, but it ended up becoming my favorite part of that particular book, which only went on for like with the Deathstroke Year 1 thing that Ed Brisson wrote, only went on for like 6 issues, but I really like the way he wrote Slade and the members of the Wilson family that were present in that time frame. And once again, I think he is a really good match, along with Dexter Scoy's really good artwork for the Wilson family and these characters in general. I really like this one. In terms of like the Night Terror storylines that we've gotten, this is the one I think I enjoyed the most, mostly because it does a nice job giving us insight into Rose Wilson's character, and just there's some interesting story potential this time around with this particular one. It takes a little bit of a different approach to the stories, if you will. So, of course, as you know, there's that whole thing that happened I've talked about in all the videos I did today. A mysterious and deadly new villain named Insomnia has struck the entire world, has been forced in eternal slumber, including all the heroes and villains, as Insomnia searches their dreams for the Nightmare Stone. Can the heroes survive being trapped within their darkest fears? So this is part 1 of part 2. Still no Insomnia looking for the Nightmare Stone and these various like heroes and villains dreams, if you will. I kind of wonder if that's going to be a factor into the second part of these stories when they drop next month, but only time will tell. But so far, this one's an interesting one. We have 2 versions of Rose in this thing. You have Rose Wilson and you have Rose Madison. So Rose Wilson's the Rose we know. Rose Madison's a younger version of Rose Wilson in this dream nightmare world, who was adopted by a different family. She loses them. She's sad. She's emotional. It's kind of an interesting setup, and you have like this equivalent to like Deathstroke and like this nightmare world trying to look for Rose, if you will, and wants to use Rose as a conduit to enter the real world outside the dream nightmare realm, if you will. And so I think that's a bit of an interesting setup for how these things are going to spill over into the real world, if you will. There's some great looking artwork. I liked getting a little bit more insight into Rose's character, because I really like Rose Wilson. She's one of my favorites at DC. I just find the Wilsons to be a fascinating family of characters, if you will, and just seeing her kind of play off the younger version of her alternate version of herself, I thought was a bit interesting. And of course, there's some nightmarish images, and then there's the sad heartbreak of betrayal, where she's trying to where she kind of see like a version of herself which would have ended up in a bit of a different place, and just the way it kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, where she's going to be used as this conduit to bring all these nightmarish things into the real world, because not everyone's asleep. So a lot of characters are like asleep in the world, but not necessarily everybody else. So it's a bit of an interesting story. It concludes on a bit of a cliffhanger, where she's now going to be used as a conduit to bring these nightmarish things into the real world. There's some gorgeous looking artwork. Of course, this is Dexter Scoy, who, like I said, I think is perfect for like the anything regarding Deathstroke and that particular family. Like, look at this artwork right here. Like, this is some spectacular, gory, nightmarish images. And like I said, it's a quick read. I think he does a good job with the Wilson family. So I like this one. I think out of the Night Terror storylines we've gotten so far, this is the one I probably enjoyed the most of them all. So take it for what it's worth. If you liked it, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure that bell for notifications, subscribe to the YouTube channel and all that other fun stuff. I got one more Night Terrors video, which I'll be recording right after this one. That's going to be the Joker-focused one by Matthew Rosenberg. And then I will be good with Night Terrors for this week. So I'm kicking it all off. I'm getting it all done in one day. I feel pretty good about that. That's 6 issues. And yeah, then I have a freebie for the rest of the week. So happy 4th of July once again, everybody. So hope you're all having a good one. So also, I've made a playlist on the channel for all my Night Terrors videos. So if you want to follow all of them along, kind of check them up on a weekly basis, you can do that so there. And yeah, so look forward to all that. All right, well, that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.